Revelations of Divine Love is a 14th century Christian mystical work written by the English anchoress Julian of Norwich. An anchoress was a woman who lived a life of devout solitude, enclosed for life in a cell often attached to a church. It's made up of two texts, a shorter, earlier version and a longer one which develops the insights of the first. Their common subject is a series of 16 visions Julian had on a single day in 1373. They began when she saw blood trickling down Christ's face on a crucifix. That information on its own might lead one to expect a series of gloomy medieval reflections on sin, suffering and death. Not at all. As its title indicates, it's a prolonged meditation on God's love for humankind being the greatest thing God ever made, according to Julian. A lot of our thinking is very original and not entirely orthodox. Sin, for example, in conventional Christian thinking, it was a matter for extreme regret. But Julian insists that sin was part of God's plan from the outset, and that in a mysterious way, humankind is better off for having sinned. She tells a parable of a Lord and servant united by a common bond of love. The Lord sends his servant on an important errand, but on his way the servant gets his leg trapped in a ditch and he can't get out. The Lord hovers nearby, full of love for his servant, and the servant is full of misery because he can't see his Lord anymore. Julian can't see any fault in either of them. Yet the ditch represents sin. Obviously, that's seriously inconsistent with the orthodox view that sin entered the world because of a horrendous act of disobedience by Adam and Eve. In the New Testament, St. Paul had said that Christ was the new Adam, putting the two figures at opposite ends of a long historical process. But Julian ignores that. For her, Christ and Adam are one and the same, and the fall is Christ's descent to earth out of love for humankind. She has other startling innovations. She sees God in female terms, for example, and talks of Christ our mother. I think Julian is probably more important today than she's ever been, especially I think on Adam and sin, which I think offers a way past the sustained bombardment Christianity's taken since the rise of biblical historical scholarship. If you're going to read the Revelations, I'd strongly recommend the Oxford World Classics version on the grounds of its outstanding introduction.